going on, Facebook friends? It's me, Tony Making Food Mata, and hey, it's a Modified Monday. I know I haven't done one of these Modified Mondays in a long time, but today I was feeling extra froggy, and you know, why not? I'm a little beat up over the weekend. Me and Chef Tom, we didn't place in the Garden City Chili Cook-Off, which I'm kind of upset about, you know, but it was a rebuilding year, and I think next year we'll probably name ourselves Garden City Tony and Tom, or the dynamic duo of Garden City Tony and Tom, or maybe we'll just put Garden City in our name, or just call us Garden City Team, and then maybe we might win. So that's that. But I'm here in my house in downtown Detroit in my Airbnb, and it's going pretty good over here. And so what I'm going to do for you all today is I'm going to do a pan-seared mackerel with some roasted potatoes, or a pan-seared potato, lyonnaise potato, if you will, some pan-seared asparagus, and I'm going to make a lemon butter sauce. Now, I have done all of these things on my YouTube channel, so I got my mise en place, so right here. I have everything all set. I have some wine, some shallots, some cream, some lemons, a little bit of tarragon, some rosemary for my potatoes, my asparagus, and I have my mackerel. So mackerel is it's a fishy fish, but not too much of a fishy fish, but it's kind of fishy. So on my YouTube channel, I broke down this whole mackerel. I went to Whole's Food today, and I broke this down, so you can go on my YouTube, Modified Cooking, youtube.com, search Modified Cooking. You'll find a YouTube, and you'll see how I broke down this whole mackerel. Now I wanted to get a salmon, but I couldn't get a salmon, and actually I could get a salmon, but they wanted way too much for all that, and I wasn't going to pay for all that. So I just got a little mackerel. So I have all my mise en place ready to go. I think I'm good to go. Hopefully I'm good to go. So all of this stuff that I've done is I did all my mise en place. I have all that stuff all ready to go, and all these items that I have are pretty much a fast pickup. So a fast pickup is something like if you're going to fire something or pick up something, or hey, we're cooking in a line, we're going to fire this, we're going to go on that, let's pick up table number 42 or something like that, go on 54, let's pick up 54, something like that, meaning that it's pretty fast in the pickup. So right now I'm going to start with the potatoes, and I'm going to get a pan. I'm going to get my pan hot, and what I'm going to do is add a little bit of oil to this. And all these pans are non-stick pans, and but I'm still going to add a little bit of oil to this, and then I'm going to put my potatoes in there that have been blanched, and I'm going to try to get a nice caramelization on those. And then from there, I'm going to go into my mackerel. I'm going to cook that, and then I'm going to do my asparagus, and I'm going to get my pan sauce, or maybe something like that, but I don't know, it might get a little crazy over here. I'm not too sure. We'll see what happens. So a little bit of oil in my pan, a little bit of oil in this pan too, a little bit of oil in this pan. Now my sauce, I'm not really going to use any oil. I'm going to use butter, because it's going to be a lemon butter tarragon sauce. I don't know. We'll see if it works out. So a little bit of butter in here. I always use unsalted butter. I think it's a lot better. If you need to add some salt, you can add salt, but I don't want that extra salt in my stuff, so I'm just going to use a little bit of butter. Alright, so no, I can't say bam. Usually if I do something great or something awesome, I'm like, oh, it's been modified. So I do something like that. So my pan's hot, and I'm going to get my potatoes ready right here. So I'm just going to go right in with my potatoes, and then I'm going to season it up, and then I'll go from there, and then I'll get this pan heating up on a low flame for my mackerel, and then the pan over there, I'm going to saute my asparagus, and that's what I'm going to do. So this is pretty good. So, what'd you say, Marvin? Oh, what's up, man? Alright. Marv, I missed you. I miss working with you. You know, you were one of those guys who could do a little bit of everything. So I'm gonna put my That's what I want to hear. I'm going to put my potatoes in here. And what I'm going to do is like, this is going to be like lyonnaise potato. So you can see in my YouTube, go on my YouTube, and you'll see how I prepare these and get these all ready to be cooked for this evening. So I'll put those right in there. I'm going to let those brown up. Grab some salt, pepper. So a little bit of salt, or a little bit of pepper, then a little bit of salt. Put that in there just like that. Like, oh, it's been modified. So that's that. Maybe I'll put a little bit of white pepper in there. I don't know. A little bit of white pepper. Okay, good. So now over here I'm gonna have this pan heating up. Now, so you have. Oh man, it smells really good. So I want a nice sear on this. So mackerel. What's mackerel? Mackerel is a round fish. It's the mackerel that I got. You got Atlantic and you got Spanish, and I got Spanish mackerel, and that is what I have. I want a nice brown on these. So that's what I got. Now, opposed to the Spanish mackerel and the Atlantic mackerel or whatever, the Spanish is a little bit more milder. And it also has, mackerel is good because it has a low mercury content. I know sometimes when people eat fish, they're worried about the mercury content. Also, when people eat fish, they're like salmon, mackerel is very high in omega-3 acids, which is good for your body. And it's just, the salmon has a little bit more than the mackerel, but for this purposes, mackerel does have omega-3s in it, which is good for you. Which is really good for you. So I got my potatoes going on over here, and I got this pan going on over here. No ghost peppers, man. All right. So here we go. Hashtag modified. I like some of your comments. All right. So I have my mackerel, which is right here. Boom. You can go onto my YouTube. Go onto my YouTube, Modified Cooking, and you can see how I broke down this whole round fish. Now, you got two types of fish. You got a round fish, and you got a flat fish. Now, basically all round fishes are basically butchered the same. And they're basically all butchered the same. And what you do is you just lift up the fin, cut it down, fillet it, and then you flip it over, cut it down, fillet it. But if you want to see all that, go onto my YouTube. And you can check that out, Modified Cooking, and you can see how I break down that mackerel. So now we're here. I got this guy going. Okay. I got this pan going. I got this pan going. I don't know. So, all right. So I'm gonna wait for this to heat it up. All right, that's kind of good. Good. Okay, this is still kind of going. Almost there. Almost there. You can smell these potatoes. They smell really, really good. So these are still cooking. Now I have this over here, and this is almost ready to go. Now these are cooking. Now when I put this in here, I'm gonna cook it, and I'm gonna go presentation side down first, which is the flesh side. And what I did was I scored the skin side so it wouldn't curl up. We'll see if it works out. I don't know. It will probably work out, but this is all live, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. So here we go. We want to make sure that this is hot because we want that nice sear. I don't want to use too much oil because it's a non-stick pan. It's very important that when you have your pans and you spend money on these pans, that you take care of them. You want to make sure that you take care of all your saute pans. You don't want to really use. I'm being very careful when I use my metal tongs in here. I don't want to scrape up my saute pans, or I don't want to use a scrubby on my non-stick saute pans because, like, then they'll just get ruined, and then you just have shitty saute pans. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. I think it's hot enough. I hope it's hot enough. So I'm going to take this guy, and I'm going to. Whoo! It's good. I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to put him right in here, just like that. All right. So that's that. Maybe I'll put this other guy in. Okay, we'll see what happens. I may or may not have overcrowded the pan, but we'll see what happens. This is going to shrink a little bit. So Alright, got that working. I got my potatoes working. I'm going to flip over my potatoes. Alright, I'm going to flip them over. Let me sanitize guys. I have a sandy bucket right over here. So now that's going right there. I have this going on over here. Let me flip over these guys. Oh, nice golden brown. Nice golden brown. Use my non-stick fat on this guy right here. Oh, these are going to be good. These are going to be good. This is going over here. Alright, alright, alright. So I'm going to add some shallots to these guys right at the end. I don't want to add the shallots right away because then they'll burn, and shallots they tend to burn sometimes. Alright, so this is going. This is good. You can see this. You see that right there? I got that right there. Some good caramelization over here. I got this going on right here. See how I scored all that so my skin wouldn't curl up, or my fish wouldn't curl up. Let's check this guy. Let's get a nice caramelization on this. So I'm gonna cook this, and when I cook this, I'm gonna flip it over, and then I'm gonna alize it, which is I'm gonna finish it with butter. Put some butter in there. Get it hot, and then finish off the fish with that. So now I have my butter sauce that I'm gonna make it on over here. That's good. That's good. Let's check the bottoms of these. All right, those are looking good. I'm gonna turn this down. Just a little bit to still keep them kind of warm. But you know, so now I got this over here. I got this going on over here. All right. Oh, this smells really, really good. So now this stuff is pretty much almost done, you know. So what I'm gonna do is I got this over here. I'm gonna make a sauce real quick pan sauce. Now I could do it with the drippings from this pan right here, which I might. However, like when I use it, it might burn. It might burn the butter, and I don't want to get all that burnt flavor in there. All right, so that's that. This is going on over here. I have this right here. This is going on right here. All right, so now I'm gonna take this. I got a nice color on this. Oh yeah, it's really good. So I'm gonna take this stuff. I'm gonna try to flip it. Attempt to flip it. Oh, there we go. I flipped it. Flip the side right here. All right, right here. So if you can see this, what's going on over here? All right, right here. I got this going on right here. Got this going on over here. So now this is good. So this is good. This smells really, really good. I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Then I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of garlic, just a tad bit of garlic. You know, that's what I'm gonna do. I got this going on over here. And then what I'm also gonna do is hit it around with a little bit more salt right here, a little bit of pepper right here, just like that. Say it again. Oh, it's been modified. That's right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a technique called alize, which is finish off with butter. So I'm going to turn it back up, put this over here, take some of my butter that I have right here. I'm going to put it all up in it. Now I want that to melt in there. I want that nice unsalted butter just to melt in there. And what I also have going on, over here is I have a pan that has paper towel on it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this off with the butter, and then I'm going to take my fish and I'm going to put it onto my pan with the paper towel on it, so it kind of like dries out. It doesn't. The fish doesn't remain all like greasy. So if you can see this, as I have this in here, and I'm taking the butter and I'm going like this, finishing off the fish. All right, just like that. That's pretty good. Let's make sure that I didn't burn these guys. Woo, these are good. All right. So for this, I'm going to take this off. Like I said, the pickup time on this is really, really fast. So I'm going to pick this up right over here. Right over here. That's good. That's really good. What I can do with this pan, actually, since it's still kind of hot, what I could do is get kind of cool, get kind of crazy. Let me get some butter over here into this pan. Okay, what I can kind of do is I can heat this back up right here. And then I have a couple of lemon slices right here, and I can take these, I can put these right in here and get a nice brown on there and do like a little garnish for my fish. So I'll throw up a little bit of shallot in here. Throw it in there, try to get some a little bit of caramelization on that. So I have this over here with my sauce. Let me turn this up a little bit. I don't really want shallots. You have a tendency, if you're not watching them, if you're not really that fast, like you might burn your shallot, and nobody likes burnt shallots. Nobody likes burnt shit. So again, that's that. My shallots are going right over here. And then what I'm going to do over here is just do a pan sauce. Maybe just a little bit more pepper. Maybe a little bit of garlic. I'm really kind of disappointed about that chili cook-off, you know. Me and Tom put a lot of hard work, and, you know, a lot of people said that our chili was the best, and I don't know. I think it was kind of, I don't know, I'm not saying anything, but I'm just saying things. So, my potatoes are good. That's good. I'm just going to let these like cook a little bit. So this right here, I have this heating up. I can take this guy right here. A little bit of that. A little bit of that. Get some of that stuff going in there. I have this over here with my butter. A little bit of butter in there. That's just like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to deglaze this with a little bit of white wine. Alright, deglaze with a little bit of white wine right over here. A little bit of that. So that's going to cook off. That wine's going to cook a little bit. I got this guy going over here. Get a nice brown on this. Oh yeah. Wish y'all else could be here smelling this. So that's that. A little bit more wine. Alright. So with this sauce, what I do is put a little bit of tarragon in there that I had. Oh no, I forgot about the rosemary with my potatoes. Oh no! So, while these are browning up right here, that's good. All right. Got my sauce working over here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to add a little bit of heavy whipping cream. So I got a little bit of tarragon in there. My rosemary, I can smell that. I got a little bit of wine in there. I got some heavy whipping cream. Put some heavy whipping cream in there. Just a little bit. And now I'm going to let that reduce, and then I'm going to add some butter to it, and it's going to thicken up, and that's going to give me my sauce. A lot of things as I'm doing, when I'm doing my plating, I think about all these things, like you always want to have some sort of, protein. You want to have a vegetable, you want to have a starch, and you want to have a sauce. Now that way you're complete composed plate. Alright, let's bring this over here. Let's bring the asparagus. This is still going. Let's get this hot. Turn this up a little bit. Try to infuse some of that. Let's try to infuse some of that rosemary in there. I added it a little bit late, but like I said, there's a lot of things that are going on right now, and all this stuff is all pretty fast pickup. You can go onto my YouTube, Modified Cooking, go onto my YouTube, and you can see how I broke down this mackerel, how I blanched this asparagus, how I diced or did a small dice on shallots. Go onto my YouTube, Modified Cooking, and then you can see how I did all this stuff. So this This smells good. This smells really good. So a little bit of salt in there. And then that's good. So now the last thing that I have to do is do a quick sear on my asparagus. And then I should be pretty much good to go. These are going to be good. Alright, that's good. I'm going to set that off over there. We're going to do this sauce. All I got to do is really just butter it out. And when I add the butter to it, it's going to lift the sauce. So get a nice buttery sauce. Oh, you know what? I forgot. A little bit of lemon in there. A little bit of lemon for that. So that's going to be really, really nice. I'm going to pick up the asparagus. This is really good. So if you want to get like an overview of what I got going on over here. Alright, so this is what I got going on here. I have my potatoes over here. I got my sauce going on over here. I got my mackerel already grilled, ready to go. I'm about to pick up my asparagus, and then that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to go on over to the plating, and then that's that. You know what? I've been off the Red Bull for about, I don't know, 7 days, but I guess I'm going to take some now. Why not? So my sauce is really, really good. It's got a good consistency. I don't want to. All right, that's really, really good. So I don't want my sauce to get too hot, because if it gets too hot, then it's gonna break, and I don't want my sauce to break, and that's when the butter separates from it, and then it breaks, and I don't want that. And so my sauce is good, my potatoes are good, my fish is good. The last thing that I have to do before I do go over my plating is I have to pick up my asparagus. So my pan's getting hot. It's not there yet, but it's getting there. And I have my asparagus, which is right here, which I blanched off. Go onto my YouTube, and you can see how I blanched that off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it right here, do a quick sear on it, saute, pan sear it, and then we're going to go over to the plating. Now, how I'm thinking about the plating, I don't really know. I'm kind of thinking about like elevation. I'm thinking about my sauce. I'm thinking about all these things where I want to plate my sauce. What kind of plate do I want to use? A white plate, a black plate? I don't really know, but it's going to come to me in a minute. So here we go. My pan's pretty hot. So I want that. I want that. So here we go. Put that in there. All right. Maybe we can, you know what? We'll switch this over here. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Alright, so here we go, a little bit closer. Alright, so got my asparagus right in there. That's that. Alright, now I'm going to hit it with a little bit of salt and say, what do I say? I say, oh, it's been modified. A little bit of pepper, just like that. And I didn't really like asparagus, but you know, it's growing on me, and it's getting kind of good when you do like a nice pan sear on it, or if you put it on the grill. Oh man, if you ever had grilled asparagus is the best. So same thing, the blanching technique. Go onto my YouTube, Modified Cooking. Go onto my YouTube, and I'll show you how I blanch it. Like, share, subscribe. Link it to your MySpace. I don't know. Do what you gotta do. Alright, so that's all good. That's all good. This is still good. So, alright, this is good. And now, what I'm going to do is, with this, I'm going to do something called Mountain Dew, which is lift with butter. So I'm going to throw some butter in here, and it's going to Mountain Dew, lift with butter, Mountain Dew, which is what it means. So I'm going to lift the asparagus with the butter. It's going to give it a nice, shine, a nice flavor to the asparagus, and that's what I'm going to do. I have my unsalted butter right over here. I always try to keep my butter at room temperature. If you don't contaminate it, and if it's like wrapped, then you can keep your butter at room temperature. But if you have like contaminants in it, like some bread or something like that, then it's going to go bad. But you can keep your butter at room temperature as long as it's wrapped up and there's no contaminants in it. Then you can keep it in there. So alright, so now I'm done. I got that. I'm done. I got this. I got my sauce. So let's look at some of this stuff. Some of these things that I got going on over here. Alright. So check this out. Let me go around this way. Alright, so I got my asparagus, right? That's been modified. I got my potatoes, right? That's been modified. I got my sauce, right? That's been modified. I have my mackerel. Boom, that's been modified. Alright. So now I'm thinking about plating. What am I going to do with my plating? How am I going to do this? What am I going to do? Let me see. Let me see what kind of plates. Let's see. I have some black plates right there. I have some white plates right there. I'm thinking that with this, I will probably go with a black plate. So let me get this surface area kind of cleaned up, and then we'll go on to the plating of the dish. All right, so here we go. Black plate, right? Square black plate. That's that. All right, now, what am I going to do? How am I going to plate this? I have my asparagus. I'm always thinking I want to keep it towards the center of the plate. I'm trying to think about how I'm going to plate where my fish is going to go, where my potatoes are going to go, where my sauce is going to go. I'm thinking about all these things as I'm plating it. So I think I'm going to take my I have my asparagus now. I think what I'm going to do with my potatoes is I'm going to maybe do like a half moon, something like that. So here we go with these potatoes, which turned out really, really good. So something like that. They smell magnificent. So here we go. Something like this. Again, something like that. So now, as I'm building my plate, let's look at this. So as I'm building my plate, I have something that looks like that. Okay, so I have my asparagus, I have my potatoes. Okay, so that's how I'm building my plate. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, where am I going to put my fish? Okay, so here we go. So I have my fish. Here it is. Okay, and I'm going to kind of just lay it over, and I'm going to put one of my sautéed lemon wheels on there. So now I'm building some sort of elevation within here, and now I'm going to do my sauce. Now, typically what I would do is I wouldn't really want to put my sauce over the fish, or maybe if I'm going to put it over my fish, I'm not going to put it all the way over the fish. I'm just going to maybe put it on the edge. So I'm going to take this sauce that I have, and what I'm going to do is, how y'all doing? What we got? Larissa, Jill, Charlie, what's up? How y'all doing? So you came in at the tail end. You just came in at the tail end of me showing how to pick up or cook a mackerel, some pan-seared asparagus, and some lyonnaise potatoes with a lemon butter tarragon sauce for the mackerel. So as I'm going to go, I'm going to maybe put just a little bit of sauce on the fish. I could have put the fish underneath it, you know, or I could just, I don't know, I could just go crazy, just do something all the way around, you know. I don't know. I mean, it's my house. I'm the only one that's going to be eating this, so we'll see what happens. Well, now that I don't have a girlfriend or anything. So, alright. Here we go. Ha! Just in time to come get a plate, right, Char? Alright, so here we go. Let's look at this plate. Let's look at this. Alright, so here we go. Here's the above looking plate. Now I got a little crazy with the sauce. I probably should just left a little bit right there, but if you don't try it, then you're never gonna learn. So here we go. I have my mackerel that was pan-seared, my lemon wheel. So I got a little bit of elevation. I have my sautéed asparagus. I have my lyonnaise potatoes. I think I could have used a little bit more onion, but I used shallot instead. So and that's that. You got a little bit more. You got a little bit of elevation, but I think overall, maybe if I didn't get too crazy with the sauce, it would have came out just a little bit better. But you know, you're not going to learn unless you try it. So a lot of things that you learn in the kitchen is what to do, and if you do it right, if you don't do it right, maybe I burnt my potatoes, maybe I did this, maybe I didn't do that. Like it all depends on your cooking technique. And holy mackerel, I like that. Somebody just commented holy mackerel. So a lot of things in the kitchen, in your professional kitchen is, you know, you live and you learn. And the beautiful thing, one of the most beautiful things about working in the kitchen is that you might mess up one day, but when you come in the next day, it's a new day. And as long as you don't consistently make the same mistakes, then you'll be all right in the kitchen. And working in the kitchen, you build up a bond with your teammates and the camaraderie that you have within the kitchen. It's really good, and that's why I really enjoy working in the kitchen. So I don't know if any of y'all work in the kitchen, but I would recommend that you work in the kitchen. All right, so that was my mackerel. That was my, people stop Snapchatting me. That was my mackerel. Go onto my YouTube, Modified Monday YouTube, go ahead and check it out. And go on to Modified Cooking YouTube. I usually do this on Facebook, Modified Cooking or Modified Monday. Check out my website, www.modifiedenterprises.com. Check out that. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to enjoy this meal. I think I'm going to go out and I have to work tomorrow. I was kind of pissed off about the chili cook-off. Alright, well, also go and check out my Airbnb. Go to airbnb.com. Check out, be a part of our neighborhood. I got some buttons that I'm handing out. I have some, I should have some people over here. I do have some buttons. I do have some business cards that I did make the other day, showcasing my YouTube, my Airbnb, my Modified Enterprises that I'm starting, the LLC that I'm going to be starting up here. So that's that. I might have a guest episode with Tom one day. So, alright, well, once again, thank you for tuning in and joining me. I'm down here in downtown Detroit at my Modified Airbnb. Go on, check that out. Like, link, subscribe, share, do all that stuff on the Facebook and the MySpace or whatever, and go on to the YouTube and do all that. Alright, thank you for joining me. Y'all have a good night.